Studying dentistry in Nigeria can be very challenging, but even at that, it can also be very interesting and fun. And in this video, I am going to tell you 5 things that I love about studying dentistry as a final year student in a public university in Nigeria. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe and you give this video a like button. So today I'm going to tell you about the things I love about studying dentistry as a final year student in Nigeria. The first long form video I made on YouTube was telling people what it takes to study dentistry in Nigeria, and so far after that I got a lot of questions and some people DM'd me on other socials about how dentistry goes and what it is I love about dentistry. So I decided to use this opportunity to share the few things that I love about dentistry. Like I said earlier, studying dentistry is hard, but even though it is hard, I have a number of things that I like about this course that keeps me going. And as a final year student, these are the things that I think are very important for me to carry on into my practice. So the first thing I love about dentistry is the fact that dentistry allows you to work with your hands. Yes, you have to get in and get dirty. As someone who tries to channel our creativity no matter how little, because I'm someone who has a lot of hobbies and I dabble into other things aside being a dental student, dentistry allows me to channel that creative aspect of me into the practical aspect of dentistry. We always work with our hands. You know, it's a little bit of arts and crafts, taking impressions, fabricating crowns, preparing tooth. You really have to know how to work with your hands because dentistry is all about working effectively with your hands. And if you're someone that has a creative side and you just don't like to read, you also like to practice what you read, dentistry is the medical course for you. So you can give it a thought. Number 2, I like the fact that dentistry allows us to interact with patients in the clinic. Like as students, you have your patients where you interact with, you interact with them clinically, you collect them, get a diagnosis, you present to your supervisor, your consultant, who then corrects you on some things. And as dental students, we are allowed to go ahead. As final year students, we are allowed to go ahead with the treatment of these patients. And I really like it because it's like you are delivering a holistic care to your patients from start to finish. And this helps you to practice that knowledge that you've read in a book. It brings it out, and when you do that, you hardly ever forget again because you were able to practice what it is you learned. So I like that dentistry allows us to have an interface with our patient. The third point about why I love studying dentistry is the fact that there is an ample amount of student-lecturer interaction, and this is because our numbers are not that large. In my class, we are currently 34 in number, and so far this has been the largest number of dental students that my school is producing in a very long time. We are a huge class and we are just 34, and in this number of 34 students, we are grouped into subgroups and we rotate clinics, and in these groups we are basically maybe 5 or 6 people in one group. This allows you to have ample time to interact with your lecturers. They take their time teaching you what it is you need to know, the practical aspect, the theoretical aspect. Not one dental student in my school can hide from any lecturer. Like, we are all known, and it is very, very helpful. You get to interact with consultants that are veterans in their field, and then when they give you what they know, you feel like a better student and it helps you study better in the long run. Also, because we have this interface and we have built relationships with our consultants and our lecturers, it allows us to ask them questions no matter how little or big, and they give us that space to be able to be vulnerable with our doubts and clear our doubts as pleasing as they can. So the fourth reason why I love studying dentistry is the patient satisfaction. When we have patients that we treat in the clinic or maybe in our student practice, when you give them a holistic care, dentistry allows you to deliver treatment in minutes to hours, and it feels like you've changed the life of a person. Trust me, when a patient comes to your clinic with heavy plaque and calculus and you're able to take it off, they will tell you they feel better, they can smile better. Some patients show us appreciation in gifts. Some even go as far as trying to give us money. So this makes me feel like I am doing something and I am imparting something into the lives of patients, even though I am not yet a graduated dentist. I mean, I'm in my finals, but because we're allowed to have this interaction with patients and because we're allowed to treat patients, dentistry allows me to deliver holistic care. And there's something that feels good about ending your day and knowing that you made someone smile better. It also makes you feel better. The fifth thing that I love about studying dentistry is the fact that there are various opportunities. Before I really got into clinical dentistry, I did not know much about the various sub-specializations that exist in dentistry, but when I figured it out, and I am still in the process of figuring it out, I can categorically tell you that there are a lot. Just in my school, there are about 9 to 10 clinics, and it goes beyond that in other climes. Just imagine being a dental student working in the mouth of human beings, but still having the luxury to choose whatever specialization you want to hold on to. I know it's also like that in like other medical courses, but I really like that as small as the mouth is, there are myriads of things you can do and myriads of things you can want to stick to in your practice as a dentist. So yeah, that's a very wonderful perk about dentistry that I love. Finally, why I love studying dentistry is the fact that there is a work-life balance that exists in dentistry. However, this does not apply to all the specializations, because specializations like oral surgery are more demanding and there really may not be a work-life balance to work with. But major specializations in the clinics where we study, work starts by 8 a.m. and ends by 4 p.m. There is really no need to keep your patients on the ward because they just come into your clinic, get their teeth treated and go home by 4 p.m. You can choose not to work on public holidays because that applies to you. Even though a lot of our medical counterparts may not have that luxury because they need to be on the ward to take care of their patients, but as a dentist, you have that luxury of having your own time to yourself. That is if you choose not to dabble into oral surgery. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you've not subscribed, please click the subscribe button, put on the notifications so you begin notified anytime I drop a new video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share this video with anyone that you know wants to study dentistry in Nigeria and they're still a little bit confused about it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.